Yeah, Stuart Townsend. Townsend is the one from Queen of the Damned. And he was very sexy as a vampire.
And apparently the die is split against episode 7. I really liked episode 7.
Which one? The last one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Episode 7 is literally episode 4 with a female lead. Well, not literally. I mean, right?
I thought it was cute. The girl's cute, the guy's cute.
The connection isn't between the father and the son, but between the brother and the sister, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I presume Ray is also his sister, but maybe not. They don't really go into her origins. I only saw it once, but
I don't know. I want them to be like super hot for each other and just like bang super hotly on screen. That's all I'm hoping for the next movie.
who?
The guy who plays Kylo Ren and Rey. Because he's so evil and she's like whatever, like me beep 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 beep. I just want him to like have like super rough sex on screen.
But he's so
okay.
He's so.
That's all I care about.
He really
like,
is
he's so evil.
He's so goofy looking for an evil guy.
He's very goofy looking, but he's very evil. So I want him to just have hot evil sex.
I find it hard to believe that Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford had a kid and it looked like that guy. Death Star number 3, Rey is the chosen one. Yeah, but episode 6 and episode 4 also have a Death Star and a like main guy and all that. I mean, imagine if what happened in episode 4 is that instead of Luke getting trained and then he gets in a spaceship and then he blows up the Death Star, what happens is he spends the whole fucking movie trying to find Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's kind of that parallel, if you're making that parallel. Because in this case, the parallel of the Jedi Master who's supposed to train her is somebody that she looks for the whole movie. As opposed to in episode 4 where he finds his Jedi Master has been living next door collecting fucking newspapers for the last 40 years. You know?
On a side note, Luke Skywalker makes a really, really gross old man.
Yeah.
With that fucking mole.
Abraham.
You know. He's like one of those young-looking guys that stay young-looking for like forever until they get old, and then they just look like an aged baby.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Hey there. I'd like to trade some items.
All right, look, Abraham. I know you think that I should keep this, but let's be fair. That was a
shish kebabs.
That was a heirloom from your grandfather, and I can't use it, so just keep it. This is what this thing is. It's like a Tanto, but with a fucking with like a jetpack on it that shoots fire down the edge of the sword. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, it shows the burn marks here and here, but the extra jets have to be modded into it. And even when they are modded into it, this weapon is quite garbage.
It's all about the hero's journey anyway. Yeah, exactly. It follows the hero's journey plotline to the T. It's like basically Star Wars has most recently, in modern day, has made it the hero's journey into an art form again, kind of a thing. You know, it's just basically what it is.
It's true. With the exception of stuff that... Wait, where is Jake Finch? Near my supply line. To County Crossing, let's say?
It's like it's the most basic of plot lines.
Yeah.
Most basic storytelling. Which doesn't mean it's bad, it's just that it's it can be employed to great effect. People love the hero's journey.
Yeah, I've seen much worse movies in the last 10 years. You know? Yeah, that's the most important thing. The prequel stuff was atrocious. And these ones aren't as bad as those ones. So, as far as if you decide you're gonna wait in line for a movie, wait in line for a week for a movie. I waited in line for a week for episode 1. Yeah, I skipped a week of school my senior year to wait in line for that movie.
How would you do that?
Camped out. Yeah, in front of the Windsong for a week.
That's kind of amazing, actually.
Yeah, you know why? because we thought it was going to be this incredible pop culture phenomenon that we were all going to get to enjoy. I also spent an entire day in line to see The Return of the King.
I mean, I like all of the Lord of the Rings series.
Rogue One is better, is before episode 3 and after, before episode 4 and after 3. Yeah, it's supposed to be between the prequels and the, like, originals, I guess. I actually really loved the theory that the guy who was supposed to be the main bad guy in the prequels was supposed to be Jar Jar Binks. If you've never seen those videos, you should take a glance at them, because they are very compelling. He goes from being like a bumbling idiot to like a senator in like one movie, and it's like this would have been a perfect character to move into the oh god damn it. My mouse is freaking out. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. Because there's a fucking cat hair inside of it. Hobo challenge. You can't stay in settlement beds or use settlement workshops. You have to stay in the outposts across the Commonwealth that have beds and workshops to do things. You can't have any caps. Got to pickpocket or find things to eat, etc., etc. Also got to take lots and lots and lots of drugs and use a junkie weapon. I actually considered that as a playthrough today, weirdly enough, but not with the drugs and the junkie's weapon and whatever. I actually considered it as a playthrough, like, just no settlements. Because I've done a lot of playthroughs, but I don't think I've ever done one where we don't use the settlements at all in survival. Even in Frost, I eventually get to Sanctuary, scrap all the Sanctuary, and I'm just like filled with fucking relief, you know? Scrap everything in that settlement, turn it all into experience, and I was like, okay, now we're okay. And while it was still kind of a pain in the ass, we had like 200 deaths before I got there, and then afterward I was like free and clear. Okay, is there anything else around here I need to clear out? There's always signs that I miss. Yeah, I actually, I'm not sure. I'm deeply convinced by it because I think that would have been a great twist. Because everybody fucking hated him. How beautiful would it have been to have a villain that instead of you love to hate, you just hate him. You're like, oh man, Darth Vader, what a dark fucking badass. He blew up a whole planet. For fun even, kinda didn't even need to. She already gave him all the plans. Blew up that planet anyways. He could have just been like, look, your planet on our radar. That was a bargaining chip. He threw it away just to be evil. You know, he was a real piece of shit. First he's committing genocide against children. Then he blows up an entire planet, and everyone's like, oh, fucking Darth Vader. I'm gonna get a Darth Vader tattoo. It's like, why? He was a monster. But just imagine Jar Jar Binks was like worse than Darth Vader in the Star Wars universe. It would both make people fucking hate Star Wars, but also they'd start to hate Darth Vader. They'd be like, dude, this guy was taking orders from the guy who was taking orders from the guy who was Jar Jar Binks. Fuck this noise, man. I'm out of here. Kylo Ren is supposed to be Luke's son? Oh, he's supposed to be, okay. So they're not brother and sister, but they're cousins then. He's like, hi there. Okay, well that quest is done. We could go do National Guard Training Yard and continue with the Lost Patrol, but let's just go talk to Preston Garvey. Did I make a smart and send him to the right place? No, I sent him to the castle. I was gonna send him to County Crossing so that it was easier to turn this quest in, but probably if I go down here now,
I'll never know the exhilaration of being nude.
he's gonna be just hanging out and being like, hey, hi. Ronnie Shaw's over there. You want to help her take back the armory, and then we can just assume the Minutemen stuff is all set up and out of the way. Yeah, Kylo Ren is the son of Leia and Han, but he was supposed to be Luke's son in the books, I guess. Yeah, I'm out of here. You guys are doing great. Should be able to activate a Mirelurk Queen over here without having her attack me. It's over here. I can hear the explosions and the gunfire and shit, and if Ada goes down, it's okay, because she goes to the castle. But if I come over here, and I stay underwater, should be able to see a Mirelurk Queen rise out of the water. Wait, where is she? Yeah. I don't know where she is. Oh, she is over there. With a fucking vertibird crashing into her and shit. Alright, let's go over here and watch the Mirelurk Queen fight the raiders from under the surface of the water. I guess I activated her, but I didn't see it. I can't even see her. Does she not appear unless I'm like peeking up out of the water or something? Oh, she's right there. Okay, I'm gonna get closer. Oh, she's right there. I'm gonna check it out. Isn't that fun? Oh, she's spitting out Mirelurk hatchlings that hatch on the surface of the water. That's fun. Yeah, Mirelurks can get you in the water. This thing could definitely kill me in the water if it could see me, but when you've got Aquaboy 2, you can't be detected. That doesn't mean I can't get killed by a random explosion, like say a vertibird dropping down on top of me. But these raiders and this Brotherhood of Steel vertibird are trying to kill this thing. And she's probably wiping the fucking floor with these dudes. I can't tell if she won or lost. She lost! Now it's just this guy with a fucking automatic weapon. I think maybe that's a raider. And he might be fighting Travis for all I know. You gotta fire the damn minigun, dummy. Yeah, this is definitely a horrendous fucking fight. This thing is on fire underwater. Oh god, oh god. That's not good. Yeah, lots of speculation gets to surround the Star Wars universe. That's part of the fun. But I mean, why does fire burn underwater? We don't know. Why do I eat this guy? Just because? You know it. Why does Travis follow me to the ends of the earth? I can't do anything to help Ada. She'll follow me to the castle, though, if I leave her there for long enough. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever have a Star Wars series that is as widely accepted as the one that we know and love, the original 3, because it's like being in a new relationship and kind of like remembering fondly your old relationship. The first 3 Star Wars movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6, they're not that good. I mean, if they came out today and you had never heard of Star Wars or any of the cast or characters, you'd be like, this movie's pretty goofy and like pretty badly written and like pretty predictable. But you remember it fondly for the same reason I remember Dr. Mario fondly, or the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or, you know, the stuff that we remember fondly because we were kids when it came out. So it's really not fair to make a comparison to something that you've imagined as perfect your whole life. Do you know what I mean? Tweeted your Facebook post about it a little while ago. Yeah, the old rose-colored glasses of nostalgia. I mean, people who got super into Star Wars, what they did after that was read all those books. And as far as they were concerned, those books were canon. And they were canon. Because there was never really any concrete plans to make any other movies. And then they made 3 more movies, and everyone was like, dude, this fucking sucks. They threw away half the shit that happened in the books. Blah, 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 blah. But it's like, dude, the person who wrote and directed those movies was fucking George Lucas. Star Wars was his idea. If this is how his vision was going to go and you hate it, then maybe you actually don't like Star Wars. Because that's where the world exists in his mind. It's like if J.K. Rowling wrote a whole series of books and it was about, you know, James Potter and Severus Snape and Draco Malfoy's dad's, whatever the hell his name is, and they were all in school together and they fucking blew, you'd be like, dude, this fucking sucks. Now I think I don't even like Harry Potter, original Harry Potters. Kyle Katarn in the Old Republic. Yeah, you know, Leia was supposed to become like a genius, like Sith hunter or something like that. She killed one of the most like brutal fucking Sith lords by herself with a lightsaber. She was like a master sword fighter. But in the new movie, she's just like a general, you know? Okay, everybody's hanging out. Everybody's cool. Nobody's pissed off. Everybody's showing up to the castle to defend it. Sturgis, Piper, Nick Valentine, Preston Garvey.
But they're worried the super mutants will come back and forth. Uh-huh.
What? You didn't even finish that sentence. Or I think maybe you finished the sentence, but you didn't even start that sentence.
Is there something you need?
No.
Nothing. No problem.
There goes Strong. Well, now how about this for a fucking rainbow coalition of Institute haters? You've got Paladin Dance, Kate, McCready, Sturgis, Strong, Preston Garvey, Codsworth. I wonder if I can make Sturgis the medic here. I seriously, seriously doubt it, because I bet he doesn't have dialogue for it. But now that I've got a connection to the rest of the settlements, I could probably build a bunch of beds and some defenses and maybe even plant some food so that this place is, you know, whatever. Rascallion, my PC does throw a fit when F-Lux kicks in. If I'm still playing on the stream and F-Lux kicks in, it does fucking freak the stream out. And it like drops tons of frames and shit. To the point where if I'm thinking that I'm going to use it, I close it just so that I don't accidentally fuck my shit up. Okay, there's quite a few beds. Really the only thing to do with my supplies from here on out is, because I've got a medic at Somerville Point, so now the only thing to do is to set up defenses everywhere. And probably fill these walls in. Although I don't know if that's even remotely necessary. There's probably a way to set up the turrets so that they can't really be destroyed. You know? Like you put them way too high up for them to hit or something. F-Lux is a program that turns down the turns down the red balance. What if we did no defense and just let my followers do the fight by themselves with no help? Just them and what they got and nothing else. Nick Valentine has the submachine gun. Preston has that flamer, which I could probably tell him that he can start using.
Is there something you need?
I want to trade a few things.
Of course.
Oh, he's already using it. Okay.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Strong has nothing. I think he's just got a sledgehammer.
I'm looking for cans.
Nope. This is all it does for the Sturgis when you
What's going on?
when you give him access to the doctor's office. We'll have to build a radio tower here and fill it up with settlers. A real radio tower, not this radio freedom bullshit that nobody asked for or cares about. You heard me, Preston? He's like, oh, what? No. Come on, man. I can't build any of these. I could build some spotlights, but spotlights everywhere. Requires 2 power to do I don't know what. Point out to everybody that there's enemies in place. Oh shit, we're building Mark 5 turrets? Maybe we better wait and see if we can put down some Mark 7 turrets. We will toast assholes everywhere. Stayed up far too late with Domina. I played through a normal game of Domina on easy today. Like, between the streams, and I was just kind of like, you know, I was just kind of like watching it and thinking about like, okay, what shit, I need a real settler here. Maybe I'll wait for sleep for 12 hours. I was sitting there thinking about like, okay, what should I be doing in this game? And essentially, yeah, if you train them correctly and put the right dudes in at the right times, and you're essentially doing all of the fights with like 1 or 2 guys, you'll eventually get to the point where you can get those dudes out by themselves and they're just like invulnerable. But yeah, I was surprised when I finished the game. I learned something that I did not know before. Kingdoms of Amalur. Wasn't that a Obsidian game? Yeah, I don't know when we'll play Domina again. I might do it again on Thursday, but god damn with those community days, dude. I mean, the core group shows up to hang out, and I love that, but there's only like 30 people who really hang out in there during like any given time. What are we doing here? I need a real settler. Do you guys have a real settler? Not one of you dudes with your unique voices that won't run a medical station? I need somebody who will run a medical station. Keeping the Legate and Magistrate happy makes a big difference. I think it does, actually. Because they're the ones who put, like, one of your gladiators versus, like, 7 of their gladiators. But the only time that I ever kept them both happy, I kept getting the fights where it was 7 of my gladiators versus 1 of their gladiators. And I was just like, this is genius. Curie mans the clinic. Yeah, none of these guys I don't think will do the job. Sturgis certainly wouldn't. I was just hoping that a new settler would show up. But maybe I've got too many people here already. Ten people here. I don't know. It actually doesn't matter too much. We've got the clinic in the one and only place we need it. Let's do some more shit here. We could do this quest. It's been a minute. How many charisma? For this guy, he started out with 8, and he stays at 8 all game. Yeah, that 1v5 shit is because they hated my ass, and they're the ones who arranged the fights. No, Domino went fairly well compared to some of the days that we've done it. I never checked them, but then later on I checked the graph and I'm just like this. Like Fallout and then other stuff, and then Fallout and then other stuff. It makes me sad. I wish that I could pull in as many people when we did different shit, you know? But that hobo playthrough is very intriguing for me. Because here's the thing, if you don't put your stuff in a settlement, it disappears over time. Except for maybe possibly the workbenches in Diamond City, which seems to hold on to shit okay. But, yeah, I'm not going to do that quest. That's more radiation we can't hack. Although, for all I know, you get the experience for completing Here There Be Monsters just by going in and killing Captain Zhao. Or it says you failed it, I don't really know. Ada is still my companion here, right? Yeah, it was fun hanging out with you, FaZe. You had so many people in your vault that I didn't expect you to have in there. If you guys don't check out FaZe's stream next time, you're not gonna know where you are in the vault, because you're in there somewhere. Also, Artuna armed. Artun armed. Thank you for that follow. I didn't see it. I am paying attention somehow. Hey Travis, feel free to kill everybody in here while I sit over here and watch. I don't know where Ada went. Oh, from behind the bar. Doing the Cheech Marin from Desperado routine. Diamond City's out because it's a hireable bed. But I'm not talking about the bed, I'm talking about the chem stations and the armor stations and stuff. Basically, the idea is nowhere inside of a settlement. So, like, not a hireable bed, but like I couldn't sleep in Kellogg's bed, right? But like, if we were using like chem stations to make drugs, we would have to like use the ones that were outside of the settlements.